So I've always wanted to write like a thesis on mental illness, but you know what? I don't really have time for that right now. I have some other ideas as far as publishing goes. So let's just like talk about some of the key points that I would mention. I feel like I have some sort of understanding on this subject because we'll get like more in depth into that in a moment, but what I want to say is I am very passionate about health in general. Just there's a fly swatter right there. Okay, so basically what I'm talking about is to like gain equilibrium back over your entire life, mind, body, and spirit. Opie, I'm making a video. So what I want to talk about are some of the key things that have helped me, because I've seen in a lot of, I don't know, mental health fields, they're always kind of giving you that misconception that mental illness cannot be healed. That once you're diagnosed something, you're just in that category and you're sick and you're gonna die of that illness. And I'm like living proof that that's just like simply not true. I feel like if you think those belief systems, I challenge you to watch my quantum healing video and to just really kind of expand your idea of the infinite possibilities of what the human mind and body can actually do. So the biggest thing that I want to stress when it comes to taking back the reign of your mind is knowing that it's like basically taming a bunch of wild horses. So you've seen those like wild Mustangs. That is the spirit of the mind. But take that and multiply it by like 50. So you have like 50 wild horses that you are trying to rein in, and it is just like this taming of these wild beasts in your mind. So what is the best thing to do in that situation? I feel like the best thing to do is to have an outlet for that energy, for all of that momentum that those thought streams have in your mind. You really want to have like a strenuous activity. You want to exercise that exertion to get you into that meditative state where your mind kind of just goes out the door. Have you ever ran for like 10 miles? It is a lot like that, after a while, you really kind of gain access to this Zen mode, and you're able to really just focus on the functions, the mobility, and really kind of hone in on what it is that is in this now point, this point of presence. You kind of naturally progress into this meditation, kind of having an outlet for all of that life force energy and prana. So another thing I want to say is that once you do have that exertion, you're in that meditative state, you have an outlet for all of that energy, you really then are in that special space of being able to take that energy then and focus it, honing in on goals, dreams, aspiration, your creativity, and your art. That's like the perfect time, because you have control over those forces. You have control over your thought streams, or at least you're being able to observe it. And that's another thing I wanted to pinpoint, is learning to choose your thought stream. I learned how to do this by really accessing the power of the now, but also I noticed it's funny because you'll wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have drank that water. And on the way to the bathroom, I'll notice my mind is automatically like, okay, let's go. I'll notice that if I just nope, it's 3 a.m. There's no need for that. I don't need to have those conversations in my head. I get to then choose the now moment. Just really tune in to just not letting those horses get wild again, okay? Like you have that moment to be able to go into another thought stream, which is I'm going back to bed, right? The biggest thing is, and I will tell you, this is it. If you listen to anything in this video, this is it. okay? Besides the exercise thing. When it comes to mental health, it is about environment, okay? This is the one thing I had to learn the hard way over and over, and that's how I became a nomad, right? I get to choose my own biochemistry and how it interacts with my environment. We as humans, we're so sensitive. We shift and we shape, and we're molded by the outside, the external experiences that we have. Our environment really does have an effect on us. Like moving to the beach when I feel depressed, or I'll move to the desert when I need to expand and get really creative, and or go into the forest when I really need to like heal and go into my depths. And it's just for an example, those are the types of ways that our environment affects us. And not only that, the people and the types of beliefs that the people around us are holding really affect us too, believe it or not. I myself learned this. I was in college and I was having really I remember I was in ASU and I was having this really difficult time moving through a phase of depression, and it actually got really bad. And I remember like going into my classes and I would just go sit for like 5 minutes and then pop right back up and go outside and get on my longboard and just like start shredding the sidewalks, because that was the only way I could cope. Like my body was like repulsed by going into those classes because it was going against my better judgment and what I really truly needed to heal and grow, and as like just a living organism. My body knew that I needed something else, right? So that's when I then went into nature and really got into my healing practice. And that's when I started, popping up on YouTube. And you can see from there, I really progressed. Yes, I went through really deep, dark times, dark nights of the soul. I think it's really powerful when we really process those deep, dark emotions and face our fears, our shadow, but then like have the opportunity to move through them and evolve and become like a better version of ourselves. And that's how I think we really truly do heal. We really do have access to the infinite, and thinking that you're always going to remain in this like version of a limited sick sad being it's false. You have like unlimited possibilities to be able to expand and grow through all of that trauma and release, and be able to kind of let go and become this butterfly, shall I say. Next on the list is water. I had to put this on there because H2O, we got the hydrogen and oxygen there. And for some reason, as a human being, that's the one thing that really cleanses us. So I would say for anybody who really is stuck in that excruciating, deep, dark, sad depression or any other type of mental illness, use water. Look at water. Look at the way it moves. Watch it. Observe it. Be in it. Immerse yourself. Cleanse. Purify. Drink it. It's gonna be pretty much the healing factor. For me, it was geothermal therapy. Hot springs became my healing fountain. That is just something that I feel like once you really respect it and incorporate it, kind of like Dr. Emoto did, and like really learning from water on a molecular, cellular level, having conversations and kind of like a relationship with water, thanking it, loving it, is really going to interact with the cells of your own body. And voila, there you go. You got some healing. And I mean, obviously, look into epigenetics. There are just so many ways that we can go and evolve and heal. For me, it's always shown me the way to my gift. So, yeah, those are my points that I had on my list. I feel like this is an important topic always. That's what I have for you today. And thank you so much for watching. Until my next one, you take care, you guys.